Okay, gang, it is a special day here at the Hideout. You know, we're going to talk about some really special things today. Let's go see if we can hear it echo throughout the building. Alright guys, welcome to the Hideout today. Today is a special day, so it may be a little longer video than normally, but I got some really cool stuff that we want to talk about. But before we get to the talk about the echo, let me first say thank you to everyone out there. You know, it's almost like a year ago today that we did our first video. We have learned a lot. We're still learning a lot. I hope you can go back and see that we're trying our best to improve. I feel like we're improving. You know, I've learned a lot. I've learned that I never knew there were so many professionals out there, so many operators, so many people that just know more than my children know, but obviously there are. I also am pleasantly surprised to learn how supportive a lot of people are. You know, there's some people up in New York, there's some people over in Colorado, there's some people out in California, that just in Pennsylvania. There's some people that just, you know, God bless them, you know, and I feel that way from the bottom of my heart. The operators, keep operating, buddy. Anyway, what I want to say is thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, please do. Join the crowd. We're having a big time. It's all fun. Click the little ringy dingy out there and get your notification when we put up a video. And please check us out at sarge1911.com. We're trying to get a little bit of proceeds over to the kids over at St. Jude's Hospital that need it desperately. All right, let's go talk about the echo. What we're talking about today is twofold. We're talking about Fostech. And the Fostech, turn the sound off on this thing, my bad. Still learning after this first year, right? I thought I did that. Yeah, Fostech makes the binary trigger called the Fostech Binary Echo Trigger. What I've got today, you know, you can buy that thing as a drop-in thing, but what I've got today is not a drop-in trigger system. What I've got is an actual Fostech AR. And I'm digging this thing. And the reason I'm really excited about this thing is more than the binary trigger. So I'm gonna move one box, set it down, and I'm gonna put something else up so we can have a little way of holding this thing so we can get a better look at it, and I can go over it just a little bit. All right. This thing does include the binary trigger. We're gonna take a look at it, but it's ambidextrous, so you'll be able to see it on both sides. We're gonna start down here like I normally like to do. Got an 18-inch barrel, or 16-inch barrel, 18 once you add the muzzle brake. I think the muzzle brake is kind of nice. To me, it reminds me of the M16A1s or the original M16 before they went to the bird cage. You can take a look at it. It's open. I like the muzzle brake. It looks good. Sights, they're just some pop-up sights that came with it. They seem to be good quality. I don't know if they're metal or not. They partially could be. I think the thing would be good with the appropriate red dot on it. You know, the handguard, I want you to look how small and lean it is. I mean, it is small and lean. My entire hand gets around it, and I'm going to hold it up there and try to roll it so you can actually get a good look at it, because it's got these little cuts in it where it's kind of textured. I hope you're getting that. You know, I think it's good. It looks like this is going to be a nice firearm. I really like the handguard on it. The only thing that bothers me about the handguard, it could get hot. You know, because remember, binary trigger. We're going to work our way back to that. We got the rail on top, so I could put that red dot on it. It's in 5.56. Interesting here, it's in multi-caliber. So yes, I could swap out the upper and put my 300 blackout on it. I could put 22 on it. 22 long rifle. I could put the 7.62 by 39 upper I've got on it. I could put the 50 Beowulf upper I got on it. Anything that runs an AR-15 platform, I could swap these out and use these with this binary trigger. Charging handle, not nothing special there. Easy trade out if I wanted to do it. Buttstock's kind of interesting. You know, I think this is somewhat called a minimalist buttstock. You can see it's almost just a hook there. Does it look cool? Yeah, kind of, depending on what your deal is. It is adjustable. I don't know that I wouldn't prefer one that this was caved in, just simply because, you know, if I had to use this to carry my weight, pick myself up, or dig it into the ground, you know, it might give me a little bit of sense of confidence. I just don't have this little piece stuck out here. And how do I know that? Experience. I've slid down the hill before and used one of these things as a brake going down the mountain. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't see a quick detach sling spot on it anywhere, so I guess your sling would go through here, and then you'd have to mount something out here. I think this does have quick detach out here on underneath here. You see right here on this side, it does say Fostech, and I'm going to swap it around. It does say USA there. The big A, the gross I, United States of America. Got a nice little American flag on this side. It's nice. Now, let's get to the binary trigger part of this thing. You're not going to see me drop it in. You're not going to see me take the weapon apart. You're not going to do all this. I did not do this aftermarket. I bought this across the counter exactly this way at my local dealer, Fostech, with the Fostech trigger in it. This rifle model is called a Stryker. The trigger is the Echo trigger, binary. What's binary mean? Two. Not uno, dos, two. There's two sears in this thing. So you have a sear. Some of you guys are going to be familiar with it. Some of you will not. Some of you just want to know what my opinion about it is. So you're going to get it. With the binary trigger, I pull the trigger, it goes bang. I let off the trigger, it goes bang. I pull the trigger, it goes bang. I let off the trigger, it goes bang. It is not an automatic. So you cannot pull the trigger and go bang, 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 bang. Remember, bang, 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 bang. When you want to stop firing, just quit pulling the freaking trigger and you're done. I do say you need to be cautious with this thing because you don't want to get halfway and I've got the trigger to the rear. I've got to take my finger off of it sometimes. So you need to be practiced, be cautious, move the selector switch to safe, remove your finger. Like I said, with two sears, the first sear is releasing the bolt, or the firing pin, it goes forward, it comes back. The second sear stops it when it's in this position now. So it holds it until you let off and it goes forward. So in a sense, it's almost quite as safe, but everything just moves faster. So I'm actually stopping the motion of the bolt 2 times instead of 1 time every time you pull the trigger. It's just when I let off, it's the second function. So it's binary, 2 functions. What I'm going to do is show you that in a minute. I did put it on the scale, and this thing is 5 pounds and 8 ounces. Extremely, extremely light. I mean, it just feels good. It's really feels good. The pistol grip, take a look at the pistol grip. You know, this thing is rubberized. It's got great texture on it. It's fit for your fingers, and your fingers can fit in here good and everything. It's absolutely, you know, I've not fired it yet, so I'm gonna get outside a little bit and make it go bang. And when I do, bear with me because, you know, I'm shooting from the hip. This is what you're gonna get. If I screw it up, then hell, I screwed it up. Let's have fun. That's the point. Let's have fun and take advantage of our Second Amendment rights. But let's look at this thing. I'm going to charge the weapon. I already have, but I'm going to charge it again. The weapon's on safe. Watch my selector switch. So here we go. I'm going to move it to the semi-automatic position. You see it move straight up and down there. I'm going to pull the trigger and it goes bang. Now when I let off the trigger, it don't do anything. Why? The bolt's forward, the firing pins fell, and we're done. That's my sear number 1. Now, I'm going to put it in selection mode binary trigger. Alright, the bolt went forward. I'm in binary. You can see it. Now, you're going to play a little bit of freaking make-believe out here. So I'm going to pull the trigger, click, it goes forward. Imagine now, the bolt's coming back. My round is fired. I went forward, chamber my next round. Now I'm going to let off the hammer. Nothing there. There it went. So here go click. So let's do it again because it has a long release. All right, magazine's in, bolt went forward, click. Bolt comes back. Chamber's my second round. I'm still holding the trigger in. I'm gonna let off. You heard it go click again. That's my second round. So I had one coming back, I had a round go off. I'll go forward, I have a round go off. I'm excited about these things. You know, I've been wanting one of these for several years before they come out. This is Fostech. I believe Franklin Armory has one too, but they're not cheap. You know, they have a drop-in version, but this is not drop-in. This is the whole deal. I did not do this. I don't expect it would be too difficult to do. It's just they're not freaking cheap. I think these things go between $400 and $500 for a trigger, and that's a lot of money just for a trigger. When in today's world, you can buy an entire AR-15 for 500 bucks on occasion. So, you know, is it going to be fun? Yeah. You know, the serial number in this thing is only in the 4 digits, and the weapon's been out for several years. So, you know, how many have they actually built? This one being brand new in the 4 digit, I'm talking about 2000 something, low 2000s. There can't be that many of them out there. I'm positive there's probably thousands and hundreds of thousands of the Echo triggers on the market. People buy them, they put them in and rock and roll or have fun with them and everything. But the entire weapon set up like this, the Stryker with the Echo trigger in it, I don't think there's as many of them out there. I mean, will there be? There may be. If some people have anything to do with it, there won't be any. I'm going to do one more thing before we go, because I am talking about the trigger. I find it kind of interesting. I'm going to chamber around, hypothetically. I'm going to do my trigger pull on it. I don't expect it to be that good. Number one, it's an AR trigger. So, you know, most of those, unless you get aftermarket, you're not looking at much of a trigger. And I don't even know why I'm doing this. It just, I guess it's something I enjoy doing, but I don't expect much at all here. You know, we're at 5 pounds. You know, that's pretty dang good. That surprised me that it was that minimal. I always expect this thing to be a lot harder than that. I don't know. It does have the forward assist on it. I mean, it's just an AR-15 platform with the binary trigger. Yes, there's a few other little things that make it kind of nice. The pistol grip makes it nice. The small little upper makes it nice. The weight makes it nice. But all around, I expect big things. You know, my only problem will be with it is if I get out there and it does not go, bang, bang, bang. So let's go try it out and see. Okay, we're outside at the range, and I've got the Fostech Stryker AR-15 rifle with the Echo binary trigger in it, and we're gonna see what we can do. Now, bear with me, guys, because I've never fired one of these. All I've ever done is semi or rock and roll, and this has got that binary dual, or not dual, 2 different sears in it, and we're gonna make it run and see what we can do. Now, by me playing with the rifle in there, in my mind, I've got to make sure I get a full trigger reset, or it may not function right. Is that true? I don't know. You know, basically, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I do know this: so long as I use it safely, it's all gonna be good. So I'm gonna extend that, put the sights up. You know, I'm gonna be shooting out there 60, 70 yards. Sun's right there in my eye. Am I gonna hit anything? That's not the purpose today. The purpose today is just to see how this thing's gonna run and have some fun. Got 3 magazines out here. I got one old metal Brownells magazine. I got one plastic PMag magazine, and then I got the magazine that came with it. You can see it's Fostech, got the American flag on it. Hell, it looks cool. We'll save that. Let's try eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's just try the Brownell rifle. Slides lock back. They put the hearing protection on. And, you know, weapons on safe, slide lock back. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to kind of feel my way through some of this. Some of you know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna just shoot a couple rounds in semi-automatic, make sure the weapon's even gonna function. All right, so far. Now, I'm gonna switch it over to binary. And I'm gonna go slow because I gotta get a feel for this thing and I wanna be safe. So, pull, release. The weapon's hot. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull, going to turn the switch back to semi. And I can feel the trigger move out. I can feel it push forward. I'm going to let my finger off the trigger. Did it go to semi? It did. I'm going to put the weapon on safe. So far, the safety portion of this that I'm concerned about seems to be functioning fine. So I'm going to go all the way back again to binary. And now, I'm going to squeeze. One pull in. I've got nothing there. So let's see. See that right there? The headspace and timing right here. That's what I was thinking about. You got to have that thought process. When I let off, it did it. So what I'm trying to do is to go from binary all the way to safe and see if it happens. So pull, switch all the way to safe. I feel the trigger going out. It is on safe. The weapon does function exactly like it's supposed to. So let's try it again on binary. Weapon locked back. So this thing could be a heck of a lot of fun. Like I said, I think really what you need to do though, stay focused mentally on what you're doing. You know, it's really easy for someone to engage the trigger in binary, turn around, be bullshitting, not paying attention to what you're doing, let off the trigger, have someone seriously injured. If you practice safety, it shouldn't be a problem. If you always keep that muzzle up and down range in a safe area, even if it's been the ground, away from anybody else, what difference does it make? Pure firearm safety practice. It ain't got nothing to do with somebody being a bad guy or a good guy. It's firearm safety. So I'm going to try to crank it up just a little bit faster now. And like I said, if I screw it up, I screw it up. We're out here trying to be familiarized with the weapon. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. I think it's pretty freaking cool. I can almost bet you I practice with it. What do you think? I bet I'll practice. Have a little bit of fun. Let's go to PMAG. Let's see what happens. We're in binary, so let's see. Fun, wouldn't you think? I think so. Hell, I can't even wait. Try it again. Chamber home. You know what? I think it's a heck of a lot of fun. I also think it must be my age. I'm getting too slow. I'm gonna have to load up and practice again. I gotta get better and faster. But until we get to shoot again, I'm gonna have to do it by myself today. Shoot safe and shoot straight. Huh.